Welcome, I'm Brad Browning, aka Breakup Brad. And here in this video, I'm going to be sharing 4 reasons that can make your ex decide to get back together with you. Basically, these are the most common things that lead people to change their mind about a breakup and ask for another chance. You'll understand exactly what I mean in a second once we dive into reason number 1, which is a sense of loss from your absence. So this is a fancy way of saying that an ex will often decide to reverse a breakup because they miss you like crazy. Really, the more your ex misses you after breaking up, the more desperate they are to see you again, hear from you, touch you, then the stronger their urge will be to stop that heartache by asking you to get back together. Now, as I've actually covered in another brand new video on my other channel, Breakup Brad, which you can watch by clicking the pop-up here or the link in the description below, getting your ex to miss you is crucial to winning them back. And that's because in order for them to take you back, they need to decide on their own. It has to be their decision. You can't talk or beg or bribe your ex into giving you another chance. They need to come to that decision on their own accord that, getting back together is the best course of action. And of course, if they are missing you like crazy and they can, barely stand the thought of going another day without talking to you or seeing you, then they're going to be overwhelmed by the urge to stop that pain and get back together. Now, don't underestimate, how powerful this emotion can be, even for, otherwise very strong and stubborn people. If you can successfully remove yourself from your ex's life quickly and completely shortly after the breakup, they'll often be just unable to cope with the loneliness and the sense of loss that they're going to be feeling. And, as I've seen with thousands of my coaching clients over the past 14 years or so, this sense of loss will often very well by itself force them to decide that they need you back. Now, obviously, no contact is the best way to make your ex miss you and feel that intense loneliness and loss. And the more you can make your ex miss you, the more likely it is that this emotion will lead to them asking you to take them back. It's probably the single most common reason that an ex will decide to change their mind about breaking up. Now let's move on to reason number 2, fear of losing you and fear of the unknown. Now this is, closely related to the previous reason we just discussed. Basically, a feeling of fear at the thought of losing you forever is a very powerful motivation for your ex to take you back. See, here's the thing. Most people who decide to break up with their partner aren't truly 100% certain that breaking up is the right choice. Even if they seem really committed to the breakup initially, and even if they've been, pondering the idea for weeks or months before the actual breakup, they're almost always still harboring at least some lingering doubts and worries that they might be making a mistake. So your ex doesn't really know how painful and how difficult breaking up will be. They might have been through breakups before and they might have a good idea of what their daily life will look like after a breakup, but there's always that sense of unknown and a fear that they might not actually be able to cope with the loneliness and the heartache. Or they might think that, they're gonna love being single and that they'll really enjoy the freedom that comes with that, only to discover that, things aren't quite as ideal as they'd hoped for once they are actually single. This is why I always stress to my clients the importance of creating a sense of urgency for your ex. They need to know that, you're not going to wait around waiting for them to call you up and ask for another chance. They need to worry that you're moving on, a lot more quickly than they expected, that you have other romantic options and you can quickly replace them with somebody new. Because the more they feel that, that clock is ticking and that you'll soon be gone forever and moving on to somebody new, the more they'll start to panic and wonder if they should just ask you to get back together before it's too late. Now again, no contact can help you achieve this kind of fear for your ex, but you can also ensure that they feel the urgency by quickly moving on, acting like you're already over them, and getting out there and living, a busy, active, and interesting life without them around. The less available you make yourself to your ex, the more you show them that you're capable of quickly getting over them and, continuing life without them, the more pressure they're going to feel to act fast or lose you for good. Now, you can find out your chances of getting your ex back by taking my free 5-minute quiz at breakupbrad.com/quiz. So if you haven't yet already done so, go there after the video, try it out for yourself, see what your chances are and what you need to do next to maximize your shot at getting them back. Again, breakupbrad.com/quiz. Now let's move on to reason number 3, which is physical and sexual desire. Now this is a bit less common than the previous 2 reasons we just discussed, but I do regularly see physical and sexual attraction help my clients get a second chance with their ex. Typically, this is just part of the reason why, your ex may decide to take you back, but it can often be a powerful motivator for your ex. Basically, the more they miss your physical connection and the intimate parts of your relationship, the more they'll be willing to look past any logical or rational reasons that they used to justify the decision to break up. So, if you had a great sex life and a strong physical chemistry with your ex before the breakup, then that's something that they're going to be really missing once you're no longer together. So that's why, I almost always recommend to my clients, that you withhold sex or physical intimacy of really any kind until your ex actually commits to getting back together in a real relationship again. And that's, especially important for women who want their ex-boyfriend or ex-husband back. So ladies, always withhold sex and really anything physical from your ex until you get what you actually want from them, which I assume for most of you watching is probably, a real committed relationship. So until your ex is willing to take you back officially and publicly, don't let them into your bed, no matter how much you may want to give in to their booty calls. And, equally importantly, when the time is right, you really do want to use this to your advantage by flirting with your ex, by building, as much sexual tension as possible. This isn't something that obviously you can usually do until you've completed a period of no contact and started to actually reconnect and see them in person again. But once you do get to that point, the more you can flirt and tease your ex to create some sexual tension, the better. So look your best when you see your ex. Don't be afraid to drop, sexual innuendos or steamy hints during conversations when the time is right. And basically, make your ex want you, but then don't let them have you until they actually agree to take you back. And lastly, reason number 4 is forgetting about the issues or the rational reasons that led to the breakup. So this one is pretty self-explanatory, but your ex will, if you give them plenty of space and avoid accidentally reminding them or exhibiting the same behaviors, they will tend to forget or at least, stop caring as much about many of the things that led them to decide to break up in the first place. As I've talked about in a number of my past videos, humans have a built-in psychological tendency to forget negative memories and romanticize positive ones. And this is another reason why no contact and giving your ex lots of space after breaking up is so important. It allows for this natural process to occur inside your ex's brain, ensuring that they no longer remember or focus on, the negative aspects of you or your relationship. So, maybe you had, some particularly irritating behaviors that contributed to your ex wanting to end things. Maybe you argued about the same topic frequently and never resolved that issue, leading to your ex wanting to break up. Maybe you said or did something mean or hurtful that also helped them come to the decision that the relationship was over. Or it could even be as simple as practical logistical reasons. Maybe you're both busy and couldn't find time to see one another regularly, for example. But if your ex decides that these reasons or problems really weren't as bad as they had thought, or if they, if they just start to forget about the negatives and downplay them in their mind as time passes, then they'll start to really question whether these reasons actually were enough to justify breaking up. And when you combine that with the natural human tendency for nostalgia and the tendency to romanticize happy, positive memories, this can honestly be a very strong reason for your ex to change their mind and give you another chance. But again, the key here is to ensure that you do not remind your ex about the problems or the reasons for the breakup, that you never display any of the same negative, unattractive behaviors that might have irritated your ex, I should say, and helped them to decide to end things in the first place. It's very common for people who want their ex back to try to talk things over with their ex in a, serious heart-to-heart conversation, try and justify or apologize for these behaviors and, convince their ex to change their mind. But these kinds of serious conversations almost never work, and they usually end up being very damaging to your chances. So rehashing old problems, even if it's just to apologize or try to seek closure from your ex, that just reminds them about these issues and often confirms that they did make the right choice in breaking up. So that's why I always recommend that you make any and all post-breakup interactions with your ex enjoyable for them. Just try to make them smile, laugh, and enjoy your company. And be careful not to exhibit any unattractive traits like neediness, jealousy, controlling behavior, and so on. And of course, let no contact and your absence in general help them to forget about the problems and the logical reasons that led to them wanting to break up. All right, guys, that is the 4 most common reasons why exes come back, or factors why they come back. And at this point, I would recommend that you now click the link in the description below to watch the brand new video that I released on my second Breakup Brad channel about how to make your ex miss you to the point that they beg to have you back. And of course, if you haven't already, go to breakupbrad.com/quiz and find out what your chances are of getting them back before it's too late. But that is it for now. Thanks for subscribing and liking and leaving your questions for me in the comments below. Good luck out there, guys, and see you next time.